Hello crafters, today I'm very excited because I'm going to be sharing with you a card I made inspired by this Vogue magazine, and I'm going to be showing with you how to draw inspiration for your cards from all different kinds of things in life. Obviously I'm choosing a fashion magazine, but you could do any kind of magazine you want. You could choose any kind of image you want, and I'm going to be sharing with you how to translate some of these images into some card making techniques to get the results you want and to kind of boost your creativity. So if that all sounds fun, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. So today I'm using the March issue of British Vogue, and it has Naomi Campbell on the cover, and I just really love this image, and I thought it'd be so nice to kind of translate it and use my own kind of creative process and put it onto a card. So the first way I'm kind of going to analyze this image and this cover is by the colours. And I see personally, when I was planning this video in my head, I was thinking there's a lot more blue than there is, and I kind of like that blue, and I kind of like the blue with the red, so I'm going to do blue even though it's not that prevalent. So I think I'm really going to do blue, red and this kind of dark mauvey, almost purple colour, and there's a bit of purple here. So it's really blue, red and purple that are the main images in this magazine cover. Obviously there's the red and the white here, so I'm going to do a little bit of accents with that as well. And so the first way you can do that is obviously by colour. So I'm going to get my swatches out, and I'm going to see what colours I kind of have that might work. I'm thinking of doing, maybe adding a little bit of gold in it. I might do some gold embossing with Paper Mania gold embossing powder, or maybe even a bit of silver might be nice. None of these colours seem dark enough. Maybe if I put them a bit more pigmented, this colour might work. This is from my little watercolour set. For my Do Crafts Artiste watercolour markers, I have some purple and a bit of blue that might be nice. And gelatos, I have maybe the grape and the blueberry. And from this set of watercolours, I have a few as well. So that's the first way. I'm just going to kind of go through and take some little colours that I like. Second way is kind of analysing the image and kind of seeing the techniques that was used. Obviously this is a edited photo, and I don't know how they did it, but it looks really good. I'm going to kind of use my interpretation of it using dies. So here I have these circle stitched dies, and my idea is to kind of make a background, and then in 2 or 3 different clusters I'm going to cut out these circles, and then I'm going to actually twist them around. And so to make the background of my card, I got inspiration from the necklace and the way the reflection photographed so beautifully. So the stamps I used were Happy Birds, Garden Treasure and Floral Garden by Altenew and W++9, and I actually chose the little stem bits of the flowers, and I think there's some dots in the W+9 set, and I chose those and I clustered them onto my acrylic block, and then I stamped that with some Versamark ink, and I did that repeatedly, and I really love how this gives you lots of little dots that really look like reflection. I then embossed it with some gold Paper Mania ink, and I just kind of let that go around, and I really love this background. There's something so almost abstract about it, and it's a bit strange, but I really like it. And then I took my Versamark pen and I just put some little gold dots onto that, and I just heat embossed it. That's really all to it, and I really love how this background kind of base turned out. And I also put some more Versamark pen on, and I did that with some clear embossing powder just to kind of get more of the reflection effect. And then I matched some of my supplies to the colours. So there was mainly this dark red, this purple and some blue. So first things first, I just used my purple, and I wasn't really getting the opacity I wanted with these. I just had to dilute them so much, my Do Crafts Artiste watercolour markers. So So then I took out my watercolor set and I have reviews on it up here. I love it. I'll have it linked up here. So I choose, this is from Van Gogh watercolors, and I chose my red and my purple and the dark blue, which is just one of my favorite colors ever. I love that blue so much from it, and I just kind of layered them. I actually heat embossed it and I layered it again, and I really wanted to get everything as blended as possible. There was some kind of harsh colors in the photograph, but that's not really what I was going for in this card, at least. I really wanted everything to kind of blend into each other. I was at this stage planning to kind of do a dye technique. It actually didn't work out for quite stupid reasons later, but I really wanted to kind of have everything blend so the technique would turn off nice. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but I mean, look, you know, you live and you learn. So once I dried that up, I am actually going to start on my die cutting. I stuck some of my stitched circles together and made them as even as possible. And I'm actually starting new cutting plates. RIP my old ones. They lasted me a good 7 years, maybe 6 years, something like that, but I'm starting new ones. It's a new era. Anyway, so I cut that cluster 3 times, each time taking a die off so it became smaller. Then I covered a card base with some difficulty, as you can see, with some very thick double-sided tape by 3M, and this was just to get a full base that would be tacky, so I could stick down my whole thing very good, because I had lots of die cuts. So once that was done, my plan for this was actually to kind of swivel the little circle shapes around in the circles, but I did some off the edges, so that was not going to work. Unfortunately, it would have been quite cool in my opinion, but I mean, I just stuck them in, and I have to say, I really do like it the way it is. It gives it just a little bit of dimension. Also, you could just emboss these with an embossing mat. I have a video on how to do that up here if you want to learn how to do that. So then I just continued sticking down all of my little circles. There's actually one circle I could swivel around, which is very exciting. And yeah, I just continued sticking around, and that's why I put the sticky tape, so I could make sure that everything would stick down very well. For my sentiment, I really wanted something that would stand out, so I got inspiration from the card and I took my Papermania Seafoam White embossing powder and I embossed that in the middle of my card, I think using an old magazine sentiment, kind of going with the theme that I got years ago. And yeah, and then that's it really. So if you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!